Welcome to the Family Geekery Podcast, a podcast for geeks from a family of geeks. We talk about comics, video games, and anything else geeky. I'm Danny.
I'm Amber.
And I'm Chris.
And it's another week of Family Spookery.
Ooh, ooh.
Ooh.
That was so spooky.
You didn't want a free intro like I did last week. What?
You mean free flow?
I don't know. You free in it.
Kids today and their sayings.
Yeah, skibbity toilet.
The management of this podcast would like to express that the opinions heard here and the phrases heard here are not the expressed opinions of the management.
Apparently, I don't know Gen Z lore. I mean, not lore. What's it called? Slang.
Ow.
Apparently, I don't know Gen Z slang, but I know Gen Alpha slang. So.
Wow. Anyways.
So what are we talking about for the episode this week for Family Spookery?
The Blob.
The Blob from 1958.
58.
It's a long time ago.
The oldest thing we've talked about on the podcast, I think.
Is it?
I don't know.
Could be. But before we talk about that,
Geeky Weeks.
let's start off with Amber to find out what her geeky week was.
All right. Stealing a bit of your thunder here. But,
Oh, that's right.
to prepare for Tron Ares, I watched Tron Legacy.
Nice.
And then watched Tron Ares.
Ooh. Was it good?
Was it good? Yeah, I think I actually enjoyed it. I had very little expectations going into it because I just did not really follow much of the trailer or the discourse before it. Because, I don't know, if it's a movie I think I'm going to like, I don't want to, hear other people poop about it, before I go see it and then ruin the movie. So, I went in with, no expectations and came out enjoying the 2 hours that I spent in the movie theater.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
What else?
Oh, I think that's it, besides my normal games.
Okay. As opposed to your abnormal games?
Yeah.
All right. Let's bring it on over to Danny.
My geek wasn't the geekiest, but I did.
You're a geek?
Oh.
You don't have the geekiest of
My
geeks.
geek wasn't the weakiest.
Yeah.
My week wasn't the geekiest, but I did go to a card show that was here near my school. But it was a lot of sports cards, but some Pokemon too. So that was fun.
Nice.
Cool.
That's about it from me.
My geeky week was weak. Okay. Is that the theme we're going with? Week geeky
Sure.
weeks?
Week geeky weeks.
I did exactly what Amber did. I watched Tron Legacy again. I'd seen it a long time ago and watched it again to get ready for Tron Ares.
Gang, gang.
And then, we went to see Tron Ares. Very good. I liked it.
I liked it.
Tron, I can remember watching Tron back in the 80s and just thinking about how futuristic it was and how, anything that you turn, that might be the movie that made the color blue seem futuristic to everybody. Like if you put blue neon and stuff, then you just automatically think it's going to be something futuristic, and that's what I remember from it. But good movie. It was faithful to the old ones and still had a pretty good story moving forward. And
I agree.
Left some room for more stories to come.
Room to grow.
Yeah. So good job. Good job, Disney.
Now that Disney has park connections, they can excuse making more movies.
Yeah. Sometimes they make some pretty fantastic and expensive rides without any knowledge of if the IP is going to be good or not.
Right.
Or be relevant or not.
Yeah, they took a huge leap with the Tron rides. So.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's kind of working out for them a little bit.
Yeah.
One of their first, I think, the Swiss Family Robinson. Oh, when they changed Swiss Family Robinson to Tarzan, the Tarzan cartoon had not come out yet, so they didn't know if that was going to be a good switch or not.
But it's not Tarzan anymore.
No, the one in California.
Oh, they're always changing the California stuff.
Yeah. And then with Avatar, they they spent a lot of money on that for
Before the
something that
second
was
movie.
something that was
10 years old.
old news and not even their property, but it was one of the things that they could buy because it was just before they bought Marvel and before they bought Star Wars.
Oh.
So they looked at the charts of what was the most popular movies of all time, and luckily they decided to make the Avatar world instead of the Titanic world. Because they couldn't afford to make Marvel or Star Wars at that time until they bought it. But yeah, good movie. I've been playing some of my normal games also. Playing some more of that Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. That's the full title that I couldn't get out of my mouth last time.
Yay!
I kept forgetting the word Survivor when it's quite literally a Survivor game. It's very much like Vampire Survivor, but just with dwarves and mining. But yeah, that's fun. That's been fun. And I can't think of anything else. So let's go ahead and get into the episode talking about The Blob from 1958. A movie that features a young, albeit 28-year-old Steve McQueen in his first leading role. Steve McQueen went on to be famous in a lot of other movies in this same time period, 60s. Yeah, he had some very famous leading roles that won some awards and all that good stuff. But he showed his youngness in this movie. This movie was not well respected for its acting, if you will.
Crazy.
That's a nice way of saying that it got bad reviews acting wise, but yeah, it was a horror film that was like part of a 2-part movie, I guess. When it came out in the theaters, it was a dual feature, which was common back then for these types of movies. That's why it's only, an hour and 20 minutes long?
Wait, what do you mean? So they would play this and then play something right after it or something?
Yeah, you'd have an intermission, and then they'd play that little, let's all go to the movies, or let's all go to the lobby, and you'd go and buy some more popcorn or something. Buy your girl some candy, and then go back and watch the second part of the double feature.
Oh.
So I forget what. This was a double feature with I Married a Monster from Outer Space.
Oh, nice.
That's
Good
funny.
combo.
Yeah, so maybe next year we'll have to watch that one. Yeah, this was I guess a B movie. That's one of our themes for this.
B for Blob.
Only cost $110,000 to make. The budget was $120,000. It only cost $110,000. Steve McQueen received a whopping $3,000 for his starring role.
Wow.
He turned down an offer for a smaller upfront fee with a 10% share of profits because he needed the money for food and rent. But the Blob ended up grossing $4 million at the box office, so he probably should have taken the 10%.
Wow.
And then we had a theme song at the beginning of it. What'd you guys think of that? Or did you skip past it?
I don't remember it.
Was
What?
it in the beginning?
Yeah, the very beginning of the movie, there was a song called "The Blob."
Oh, I remember it. I think I thought it was like a normal song until it started talking about the Blob.
Yeah, it was very like
Very 50s.
1950s. Sounded like the Beach Boys type thing.
Sounds like I would just hear that on one of Granddaddy's stations.
Yeah. It was recorded by a studio group who adopted the name The Five Blobs, but it was only one person singing it, overdubbing himself 5 times.
Oh, that's cool.
And the song was written by Burt Bacharach. Have you heard of that name before?
No.
He is number 38 on the top 100 songwriters of all time.
Wow.
He's very famous. He's done a lot of songs that you would know.
Okay.
Yeah, he wrote the song with partner Mac David, wrote the lyrics, and it ended up peaking number 33 on the Billboard Top 100 back in 1958.
The Blob song?
The Blob song.
Oh,
Whoa, that's kind of cool.
I mean, it
Wow.
sounds like a 1950s song, so why wouldn't it be a hit in the 1950s?
fair enough.
Fair
That's kind
enough.
of cool. That would be like if, I don't know, a Five Nights at Freddy's song was like on the top 100 right now.
Right.
That's kind of cool. I can't imagine that. Only on TikTok.
Right.
But yeah, we ended up having a couple spin-offs or re-releases of this over the years. There was a straight-up remake, like in the 80s.
Okay. I watched the first, 10 minutes of it. Not
Okay.
even. I, fast-forwarded through it. Just to see if it was, a remake or a sequel or what. And it says it's a remake, but it starts off at a football game. So, I guess just, a reimagining probably is more likely.
There was a straight-up sequel in the 70s, and it was using the same blob that had been unearthed in the Arctic by a crew that was building a pipeline,
What?
an oil pipeline, and they ended up bringing it back to California to study. So that was in the 70s. They had the one that you watched in the 80s, and then more recently, Rob Zombie, I think it was working on another remake, but it's been taking forever.
Dang.
So it hasn't launched yet. We'll see if it ever makes a comeback. But this is one of those movies that has kind of a cult following in the
I
town
can see why.
in the town where this was shot in Pennsylvania. They have a Blob Fest every year.
Oh,
Oh,
that's so fun. I want to go.
Yeah, we should
they
go
have,
to
like-
Blob Fest.
blob
Yeah.
food.
Blob food.
Like, get your Jello blob.
You know what one of the original names of this movie was?
What?
The glob.
The Glob. Yeah. How'd you know?
Because I have the wiki pulled up
okay.
as well.
Yep, they wanted to name it The Glob, but there was a children's book named The Glob, and they thought they couldn't do that, but they could have. They just didn't know.
Okay, then
But-
it would have been the glob song. And that doesn't fit as well.
Let me read you off, and if you're on the wiki page, you can click on the movie poster there. But there's a movie poster for a drive-in theater advertising The Blob. Let me read off some of the advertisements for it. It's called The Undestructible Creature, the Blob, bloated with the blood of its victims. And then
Wow.
underneath that, it says, the management of this theater disclaims any responsibility for heart attacks or damage to nerves.
Oh.
That's funny.
And then it says, Blob, it's alive. Blob, it's sexless. Blob, it's hideous. Blob, it lives on the human bones and flesh.
We love a
Yeah.
non-binary blob queen. That's funny. Let's talk about the plot a little bit, because you may remember Killer Clowns from Outer Space from last year.
Yes.
This movie starts the exact same way.
Yeah, I was wondering if you
Kids
noticed
making out.
So we got your classic teenagers up in the makeout point, watching some stars. Oh wow, that shooting star landed a little close. Let's go check it out. I'm an old man and my dog. We're gonna go check this thing out.
That's
I will
true.
say, one very important difference between this movie and Killer Clowns from Outer Space is the dog survives.
that. Oh, yes.
Just the girl takes it in.
But
Yeah.
also, very heavy interaction between, the townsfolk kids that discover it and the police.
Yeah. They have some prior drama here.
Yeah,
They've got some beef.
those darn
But
kids.
I will give the cops some props here for actually believing the kid.
It
Like,
took a
all he had to
while.
say is, the doctor's dead.
Right.
And they're like, okay, let's go check it out. But I guess they only have like an hour and a half, so they gotta get to the point somehow.
Yeah, you can, after seeing this, you can see that the Killer Clowns from Outer Space was pretty close to just a straight up rip off of this, where
Yeah.
you take out the blob and insert
Add clowns.
clowns. Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got a little side story going on. There was lots of like tiny little side plots that didn't need to be there, but they were there. Like you've got the one of the cops which is straight up suffering from PTSD that nobody had diagnosed back then. But it's a good thing he was still around, because he was a dead shot that could shoot a wire from a couple hundred yards with a rifle.
Yeah. But we also had another cop that plays chess over the phone with a cop from his
Yeah,
different
they have
town.
little chess dates.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I
And
thought that was sweet.
they both have a board.
Yeah.
But there's other things that were going on. I don't remember them right now, but they were just like why mention that little subplot that you're not going to develop any?
Well, the
But-
main guy, what is his name? Steve in the movie.
Yep.
He has a little bit of a drag race type thing, like a car race, a little bit. I wonder if that's what catches, movie's eyes for his. You said he's like a car guy, right? He's in car movies.
Yeah. He was
wonder if-
he was a racer in real life. I think
Oh.
that helped.
Okay, so
When
that's
he
why
was-
the cars was in the movie.
When he was struggling, he had a very dark upbringing with bad parents and stuff, and he clinged on to racing, which was the only way he could make money as a young kid,
Oh, that's cool.
whether it was motorcycles or cars or whatever. But yeah, I think that kind of tied into some of his
past.
castings. Yeah.
That's cool. I like the girl character, Jane. Like this is the 50s, and I swear this girl has more like character development than like movies in the 90s. Like this girl has more personality than than what you would expect from the time.
Yeah. Yeah, she had girl power. She wasn't putting up with no...
She's like, you don't call me Janie. My name's Jane.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you bring all your
And then her
girls
parents
to
go
this
and call her
spot.
Janie.
And she was an advocate for the dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
She lied to her little brother a little bit. That kid was so cute.
Oh, yeah.
With his little mid-Atlantic lisp. Like, he had the 50s accent, but he also had a lisp. It was so cute.
Yeah.
But let's talk about our titular character here, the Blob. I thought they did a really cool job, special effecting this thing. They used red dyed silicone
Oh,
for it.
nice.
And I'm guessing a lot of the close-ups were probably like jelly. Like it looked like a jelly being squeezed out of like windows and stuff. I'm guessing they used some miniatures
Yeah, they did.
there.
Yeah.
So that was really cool to see how they did that. They had that thing moving.
Yeah. Yeah, it was neat to see how they would squeeze it underneath door jams and squeeze it
Yeah.
through windows, and everything looked pretty good until you had the diner scene where it had engulfed. The outside scene of it was
Yeah.
like middle school science project-y, but the inside ones where they have the stuff oozing in, those are all pretty good.
How would they do special effects like that? Is it actually like drawing or painting on the film itself? Is that how you would do something like that?
I
Because
think
like they had the electricity shocking and it looked drawn, but
yeah,
they didn't have computers or like back then.
It says they used image on image exposures and animation technique.
Tell us what that means, Danny.
Um,
Does that mean they straight
I'm
up
guessing they put images
on the film?
on top of the film itself
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
to animate it.
That's pretty cool.
Because, yeah, there were a few scenes where the power lines were just, like, almost cartoonish.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, nice.
It was, people were pretty impressed in the time for the
Oh yeah.
special effects.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, the Blob itself was, it came to an idea for a movie because of the stuff that actually grows or exists in Pennsylvania. That is
What?
called star jelly.
Star jelly.
Yeah.
Oh.
It shows up like on plants and stuff. And people always thought that it came from meteorites that fell to Earth. So
Oh.
they decided to make a movie on the lore of the star jelly.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, I can see this stuff looks a little nasty.
Yeah.
Comes from
It's-
amphibians.
Oh, like salamanders and stuff probably.
It's neat that it was all filmed in Pennsylvania. You know, you don't really think of Pennsylvania as being a big movie town, but I guess they had a studio there in Valley Forge. And they filmed a lot of the stuff there.
Like a studio? Do you think it was like a film lot, or do you think they like closed down a town and used like a couple of roads for the night?
Yeah, I think for the town scenes, they probably just used some of the local towns. It says it was filmed in Chester Springs, Downington, Phoenixville, and Royersford.
Wow.
But they basically just had, I guess, the basement of a local restaurant for the diner scene. And it's now called the Downington Diner. And I think Downington is the town where they have that Blob Fest every year.
They have a Blob Fest. Where is it? In Phoenixville.
Oh, okay. They're probably pretty close to each other. So did you notice what rating this movie was? And I think it may predate some of the modern ratings. But I think when it's listed in like HBO, it's listed as rated R.
Yeah, that's what it
Yeah.
was listed.
And there's no, you know, when you look at the ratings, there's no, nudity,
Cursing, yeah.
sexual, vulgar language. There's mild gore.
Right.
So why is it rated R?
Do you have an answer for us?
Well, Google has an answer.
Oh, okay.
Let me think.
Was that before like PG-13 existed?
It may be. And it might, like I said, it might not have been rated at the time, but now it's.
I thought
it's rated.
that the movie ratings came about after video game ratings were about, or maybe that was just video games.
Video game ratings came after movie ratings.
Oh, okay.
It was TV ratings came after the other ones also.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's because the Blob is incapable of expressing any form of emotion. It adds an especially merciless quality to the way the Blob murders its victims,
Wow.
which younger and more sensitive viewers may find disturbing. So because it kills without any emotion, that makes it rated R.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Blobfest 2026 is in July,
Nice.
mid-July.
Meet and greet.
So not a Halloween thing over there. Just a middle of the summer thing. Christmas in July? No, we got Blobfest in July.
Yeah.
Summer Bob, more like Summer Blob.
I do wish that we could see more of a monstrous blob though. Like, maybe, I can only assume that, like, the 80s version has a pretty gnarly looking Blob. But we got the suspense. We got the jelly coming under the door. We got the oozing out the windows, covering the... Kind of seeing it from the, like, the inside of the diner was pretty cool. Like, seeing all the windows tinted red. Very cool.
Yeah, interesting.
I want to see how big it got, though.
It starts off clear, but then ends up turning more red as it feeds on the blood and bones of humans.
Right.
That poor nurse, though. She's like, yes, I finally get to go home. He's going on a trip, so I don't have to work for a little bit. Oh, man, what do you mean you need me back at the office? Don't move! It's the slowest thing ever.
Right. No, that annoyed me.
Stay still!
It's like, don't move. And
don't move!
Gets his gun.
Yeah, why would you think
run
shooting
away.
it would be a good idea? But, you know, they never make good decisions in horror movies.
That's for sure. Wouldn't be a horror movie if they did.
What, I wonder what horror movie they were watching in the movie, because they were watching one horror movie in the movie.
Yeah, Daughter of Horror.
Oh, wow.
That's what it's called.
They started, like, cracking up at it. And, like, she's, like, in pain or whatever, and then everybody in the theater is, like, cracking up.
And we're cracking up right with them.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any little scenes besides the, hey, let me go grab my gun from the doctor's office? Do you have any other scenes that you found, like, laugh out loudish?
I think there were, like, a couple of, you know, things that made the plot a little convenient. Like, the dad of the girl is, like, the principal of the school, so he's like, I know where CO2 things are.
Right.
I also thought it was funny they called them CO2 extinguishers and not just, like, fire extinguishers. Like, was there a different way to put out fires back then?
Yeah, they have different fire extinguishers based on what it is, what type of fire you're putting out. Whether it's grease or electrical or, you know, structural. But yeah, they said definitely had to be CO2. But yeah, and that scene actually made me laugh out loud because they all drive to the school, bust into it, walk in the door, and immediately walk out. Like someone had stacked up these 10, they're going to retrieve 10 fire extinguishers, and they're stacked up at the door that they went to bust in at. That was pretty good. And then at one point, Steve was cornered in in the back of a store, and he wanted to get out the back door.
Oh, yeah.
He wanted to get out the back door, but it was chained shut, so he grabbed a meat cleaver and started hitting the metal chain with a meat cleaver. And he decided that didn't work, so he threw the meat cleaver at the blob.
Yeah.
And the Foley guy didn't even make a noise effect for that, I don't think. Didn't even get a little bloop.
Not even a slurp.
Yep. One thing I found interesting, and I'd like to know if this was something that was a selling point at the time, that the movie theater was healthfully air conditioned.
I saw that.
I saw that too.
So it's way too unhealthy to be outside in the summer. Come on inside. You'll be much healthier inside our air-conditioned theater. Just pay us 10 cents to get in.
One of my theories, you know, because we see them in the butcher room, the fridge, the meat fridge, and we see that the blob scoots in and then leaves because it's too cold in there.
Right.
And then we've seen the theater, the exterior of the theater, like 3 times say that it's healthfully air conditioned, and I'm like, oh, are they gonna just like crank up that AC and freeze it that way?
Right.
Like, why? What? Interesting.
But instead, we shrink it down enough that we can get it into a jumbo jet and fly it to the Arctic.
Yep.
And
let's hope the ice never melts.
No, they're like, They're like, oh, as long as the Arctic stays cold.
Yeah, I think that's the last line of the movie.
Yeah, it's like,
Steve
oh.
Steve McQueen is predicting global warming or climate change. Warming.
Yeah.
Climate change, as he says that with a straight face. They should have had a little like stunner music as he said that. As long as the Arctic stays cold. Dun-dun.
Well, we do get the end question mark at the end.
Nice.
Yeah. They drop it in the Arctic, and then it says the end, and then
Only took
clouds
them
form to a question mark.
Only took them 14 years to make a sequel.
They had to get a couple Blob Fests in there to fund the sequel.
Right. But yeah, overall, what do you guys think?
Oh, I don't even think this was a B-rated movie. This was good.
Good movie?
Good movie.
It was a good watch.
It's good to see, in the framing of the other movies that we've seen, that this is definitely the influence of other movies.
Yeah. This is definitely a classic alien thing that we can't quite explain.
Right.
Comes to Earth.
Can't kill it.
Yeah.
Then all of a
gotta
sudden,
find a creative way to kill it.
We know how to kill it now.
At least big businesses didn't try to market it to consumers like they did in the stuff. Yeah.
That was a cool movie. I want to watch that again. That one was like a cool commentary on capitalism.
Stuff Mart. kind of fitting that they that VeggieTales made a Stuff Mart as also a commentary on big business, and the word stuff is right there in it.
By and large.
Yeah, a good movie. Good, not too scary, but not too corny.
It was like a good suspenseful movie. Like, we gotta remember we're working with the 50s here.
Yeah.
Yep. So anything else on this before we end this episode, talk about next week?
I will say this one has some pretty good reviews on IMDb and on Rotten Tomatoes. It's got a 67 on Rotten Tomatoes and a 6.3 on IMDb.
The Blob?
Danny, yeah.
Yeah, it started off, I think the initial reaction to it, initial reception was negative reviews, but then they ended up positive.
There were a few parts where I was like, is this being dubbed over? Like when they were outside at the car towards the beginning.
Yeah.
I was like, could they not afford to bring a microphone into the woods, or were they picking up too many like fireflies or something? Because it was like one specific scene that sounded like all the characters were being dubbed over afterwards.
Yeah, I noticed that too.
I don't know if they had some rewrites or something in post, but that was like the one thing that I was like, this is a little odd. But the rest of the movie was, a little cheesy in the acting, but some good story and a good watch.
Good watch.
I agree.
All right. So what do we got going on next week?
Next week, we are going to be watching The Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974.
Ooh.
So
nice.
Hopefully this one's a bit of a actual scary movie.
Yeah. True horror movie.
Yeah.
Inspired by Ed Gein.
That one.
Cool.
Yeah. So that'll be our kind of classic horror movie.
Nice.
What do they call it? It's not like a monster movie, but what do they call the ones like that? Like this and Halloween. It's like a
serial killer.
I thought there was a name for like Halloween. Whatever.
Big bad killer. Psychopath.
Big bad killer. I love those classic big bad killer movies.
Nice. All right. Well, I guess that's going to wrap it up for this episode.
Slasher
Slasher movie. Thank you, Danny.
You're welcome. with the
She
help
got
of
it.
Yeah.
Google.
A good classic slasher.
We should just invite Google onto the podcast. Friend of the podcast, Google, would like to have credits in this in the show notes for providing us with so much information. But yeah,
Thanks,
that's going to wrap it
Google.
up for this episode. Thank you. Hopefully you've all seen The Blob or run off to see it right now. You can see it on YouTube TV as we speak.
Yeah.
And also HBO. HBO has the rated R version, which is identical.
YouTube TV also rates it rated R.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go ahead and check that out and start watching Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the original, 1974, as we'll be talking about that next week on the next episode.
Yippee!
That's going to wrap it up for this one. We thank you as always for listening. Check out our socials, see what's going on there. And until next time, peace out.
Peace out and geek
Blob
out. Is it too late to tell you something that I remember from Geeky Weeks?
This may be the latest entry into Geeky Weeks that we've ever had, but go for it.
Critical Role Campaign 4 started, so I've been watching that.
nice.
Wow.
Very long episodes. A lot more people on the show than have been in the past.
I hear it's got good voice acting.
Yeah.
Didn't you see another movie, Dad, with Mom?
Yeah,
fact-
you watched the Roof one.
Oh, Roofman. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was good. I liked it based on a true story, just like The Blob.
I mean, the Blob is based on a true story.
What?
The jelly, star jelly.
Star Jelly.
Oh.
All right,
All right.
peace out, geek out.
Thank you for listening to the Family Geekery podcast. For more information, visit www.familygeekery.com. Don't forget to subscribe at your favorite podcast provider. And until next time, peace out and geek out.